A pleasure to meet y'all at last, and welcome back to another milestone challenge. I tell you, I'm going to be having a lot of them lately, simply because I have actually not gotten back to them, but since I haven't been getting back to them, I've actually been trying to come up with a lot of good ideas, like the one I have here for today. And as a matter of fact, there are going to be a few more that I'm going to have as soon as I can, but basically, this one right here centers on 3,000 total videos and photos on my first Twitter username, at KaijuForceNeo. So, basically, this is what I'm going to be doing here. It may seem a little bit bland, but this is something that people enjoy when it comes to figuring out certain celebrities' best talents ever known. Basically, I've got this little notebook right here. It just centers on some of the best quotes that I've ever exacted. So what I've got here are a total of 29 quotes that I'm simply just going to review from this notebook here. And you're basically just going to listen to every single one of them. All 29 of them that I've ever exacted out in my lifetime. So, here we go. Quote number 1. I'm not ready to die young, especially if I'm old and gray already. Quote number 2. If you hate the VR32 from Nintendo, you won't hate the R-Zone. You want to know why? It's because they're both bloody murder to your eyeballs. Number 3. One generation will fall in the past, but one will stand up to see the future. Number 4. Without a car, you've got no way of uploading the freedom of movement in the present. Upholding. Number 5. Just 1 gram of sugar could end all humanity, since we have diabetic beings coexisting with us who are not diabetic. Number 6. Execution? More like murdercution. Number 7. Don't tell me about the truth when I already spoke it out. Number 8. Just hold on to the sport you like, because what if it's discontinued someday? Number 9. Sexuality, gender, race, creed, nationality, and more. All of these traits make me feel very happy about the fact that America does support equality in many, many ways. Number 10. Where do you go on Twitter if nothing but politics are the craze? Number 11. Whose bright idea was it to make inequality a mainstream event again because of the racial acts of October 2018, not to mention the discrimination of LGBTs in 31 different states? Next one is, I'd like franchises of mine to be equally loved and appreciated, even if one turns out bad. Eventually. Next up is number 13. Can I have 1 second to read my own mind? Number 14. Avengers Endgame was a neat film, trumping of Avatar's own box office smash. But imagine if one of my own franchises makes it way bigger in the box office, putting Endgame and Avatar to shame. Number 15. School is way fun than home. You'd rather stare at a nice teacher than a wall from what I saw. Number 16. You want to get physical. Let's not bang our own knees so that way we'd accidentally kick the bucket. Next up is, if a dumpster is full, empty it so we don't use our own planet as a trash can. The dog, compared to many animals, has a lot of uses in our own lifestyle every day, as opposed to our kitchen, with a lot of dangerous tools. Don't let your guard down. We're not at the end of the road yet. records, cassettes, CDs, and now digital downloads. It's as if we combine technological advancements with steroids. If you saw an awful movie, chances are is that I would advise you that we should play blackjack instead. Why do our brains function if we don't use them correctly? Medicine itself is proof that we will see a cure for aging someday. Imagine how resourceful cannibalism could be. Defunct Land is real. Me and Kevin Perjurer will prove it to you ASAP. I can already see a Toy Story 5 coming soon, simply because I already erected a plotline for it. Have you tried a vegetable and wondered about its nutritional value? Next time you consume an O. Henry bar or Three Musketeers, consider that you eat a type that has as low of sugar as possible. In that case, don't eat candy at all. I am 20 years old, 1/5 of a century old. I ought to celebrate this kind of milestone in my lifetime. Lastly, here's a big one right here. Probably my favorite one out of all of them. The 29 that I've got now. And counting, that is. Couldn't we just evolve rather than devolve? Continuing to devolve would be worse in any case. Illegit makes no sense, 0 sense, when crime, pollution, and other forms of human nature will continue to impede us from going this kind of route. If I'm the only hope or answer to this recurring problem, then let it be known throughout the world, the galaxy, the universe, and likewise, then I suggest that it'll be me that will cure all of these impurities that disregard our lifestyle from being what it's supposed to. So there you go. 29 quotes that I'm hoping stick around for a really long time. And so, of course, if you didn't have, a good enough time trying to read the quotes that I have here, I'll probably erect them all in subtitles, or I'll probably just put them all in the description box below, so that way you can read them all individually, rather than having to go back to some parts of the video itself. Of course, you probably just saw that quotes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and onwards, they were all printed on here, so in the order that I'll have them put on in the description box below, it'll be exact the way I want it to. And so, there we go. That's one milestone challenge down, but I've got a few more that I'm going to try to work on. And so, if you want to see more, go down to my channel. Make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, follow me on social media, and stay on the Hollywood side.